Stoicism, a philosophy that emerged more than 2,000 years ago, still holds relevance today, offering enduring wisdom that anyone can grasp. It provides practical guidance on how to develop unwavering confidence and resilience in the midst of life's difficulties. In this video today, we will discuss 10 ways on how to be confident.
Lesson 1. Options and Perception. Stoicism teaches us about the importance of having options. Imagine you're faced with a tough situation, like a challenging school project or a disagreement with a friend. Instead of feeling stuck or worried, Stoicism encourages us to see these moments as opportunities to make choices. It's not just about what happens to us, but how we see it. By understanding that we can choose different paths, Stoics feel empowered and confident. They believe that they can handle any challenge that comes their way because they can decide how to respond. Lesson 2. Problem Solving. Stoic Style. Stoicism teaches us a smart way to solve problems. Instead of worrying too much about what might happen, Stoics focus on what they can actually do. It's like playing a game where you can't control everything, but you can make smart moves with the pieces you have. This approach helps Stoics to be ready for different outcomes and stay confident, knowing they can handle whatever comes their way. They learn to be flexible and resilient, which makes them better at solving problems. Lesson 3. Self-care and well-being. Stoicism teaches us that taking care of ourselves is really important for thinking clearly and making good decisions. Stoics believe in creating a balanced schedule that includes work, relaxation, and time for thinking. They do things like meditation, exercise, or just spending time in nature to keep their minds and bodies healthy. This careful approach helps Stoics feel more confident because they learn to understand themselves better and bounce back from challenges. It's like learning to take care of a garden to keep it healthy and growing strong. Lesson 4. Having faith in resilience. Stoicism teaches us about having faith in ourselves when things get tough. It's like believing in our own strength to deal with challenges and uncertainties in life. Stoics understand that life doesn't always go as planned, but they have confidence in their ability to overcome obstacles and keep growing stronger. This mindset helps them face difficulties with courage and determination, knowing that they can handle whatever comes their way. Lesson 5. Redefining Winning. Stoicism teaches us that winning isn't just about winning in the usual way, like getting a prize or being the best. Instead, it's about growing as a person and sticking to our values. Stoics celebrate things like progress, self-discipline, and sticking to our goals. This way of thinking builds lasting confidence because it's not just about the end result. It's about becoming a better person through hard work and staying true to what matters most to us. Lesson 6. Living with Intention. Living with intention means making choices on purpose that match our values and goals. Stoics believe in thinking carefully about what we do and why. They say it's important to pay attention to our daily routines and habits to make sure they reflect who we really are. By living this way, we become more confident, stable, and true to ourselves. Lesson 7. Embracing Virtue. Stoicism teaches that living a good life means striving for virtue. Virtue includes qualities like wisdom, courage, fairness, and self-control. When we focus on developing these virtues, we become stronger inside and build a good character. This helps us feel more confident and able to handle life's challenges. Lesson 8. Acceptance of nature. Stoicism teaches us to accept the natural flow of life, even when things are uncertain or change unexpectedly. This means focusing on the present and letting go of worries about things we can't change. By accepting life as it is, we find inner peace and calmness, which helps us face challenges with steady confidence and grace. Lesson 9. Practicing Gratitude. Stoicism teaches the power of gratitude as a way of thinking that can change how we see the world. Instead of focusing on what we don't have, Stoics focus on what they do have, appreciating life's gifts. Practicing gratitude brings positivity, resilience, and a strong sense of confidence rooted in acknowledging life's blessings and the possibilities they offer. Lesson 10. Mastery of inner dialogue. Stoicism teaches the significance of mastering our inner dialogue as a key to confidence and self-assurance. By becoming aware of our thoughts and beliefs, we can confront negative self-talk and replace it with empowering affirmations consistent with Stoic ideals. This practice builds mental resilience and reinforces the bedrock of unshakable confidence, empowering individuals to confront life's challenges with clarity and purpose.
Lesson 11. Control what you can, accept what you cannot. Stoicism, a wise way of thinking, from long ago tells us that being confident comes from paying attention to what we can control and being okay with what we can't. Think of it like this. Imagine you're playing a video game. You can control your character and make choices that affect what happens in the game, but you can't control what the other players do or say. In life, it's the same. You can control things like how hard you study, the kindness you show to others, and how you react to what happens around you. These are like the moves you choose in your game. However, things like the weather, what other people think, or who wins a game are not under your control. These are like the actions of other players in your video game. By putting your energy into what you can control, your own actions and choices, you build a strong kind of confidence. This means you feel sure of yourself because you're focusing on what you can do, not worrying about what you can't change. This way, even when unexpected things happen or things don't go the way you planned, you still feel steady and confident because you know you're handling your part the best you can. Lesson 12. View obstacles as opportunities. Stoicism, an ancient way of thinking, teaches us to look at problems not just as annoying roadblocks, but as chances to grow and get better at handling tough situations. Imagine you're playing a level in a video game that seems too hard and you keep losing. Instead of giving up or getting upset, think of each attempt as practice. You're learning more about the game each time you try, and you're getting better at playing it. This idea is like saying, every tough thing you face is actually helping you become stronger. When you run into something hard in life, like a super difficult math problem or a disagreement with a friend, try to see it as a way to practice being patient, to keep trying even when it's tough, that's perseverance, and to bounce back from setbacks, that's resilience. Thinking this way helps you build confidence. It's like turning a pile of rocks in your path into stepping stones that lead you across a river. Instead of seeing them as just things that are blocking you, you use them to move forward and get to where you want to go. Each challenge you overcome makes you more confident in your ability to tackle the next one. So every obstacle you face is actually an opportunity to become more confident and successful. Lesson 13. Live according to nature. Stoicism, a cool ancient philosophy, teaches us to live in harmony with nature. But what does that mean? It's not just about camping in the woods or recycling, though those are great too. It means understanding yourself, like knowing what you're naturally good at and what you might struggle with. Think of yourself as a character in a video game. Each character has special skills like strength, speed, or magic, and each has things they're not so good at. Some characters are great at solving puzzles, but slow in races, while others might be fast runners, but not so good at planning. In real life, maybe you're really good at drawing or you're a pro at video games, but maybe you find subjects like math a bit challenging, or maybe you're shy. Living according to nature means seeing these traits, your strengths and weaknesses, clearly, and saying, "Hey, that's me." It's about not pretending to be someone you're not or feeling bad about what you can't do. Instead, you work on making your strengths even stronger and getting better at your weaknesses when you can. By knowing and accepting your real self, you grow more confident. You feel good about who you are because you're not trying to be like everyone else. You're being the best version of yourself. This self-awareness helps you live authentically, which means being true to yourself. And when you're true to yourself, confidence naturally follows because you feel comfortable in your own skin, just like wearing your favorite outfit that fits perfectly and looks awesome on you. Lesson 14. Practice mindfulness and reflection. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy full of cool ideas, talks a lot about the importance of mindfulness and self-reflection. But what does that actually mean for someone like you? Imagine you have a superpower that lets you see inside your mind and understand why you feel or act a certain way. Practicing mindfulness and reflection is kind of like turning on this superpower. It involves taking time each day to really think about what's going on in your head and how you're behaving. This could be as simple as sitting quietly for a few minutes and noticing what you're thinking, or writing in a journal about your day and how you felt about different things that happened. For example, maybe you got really angry when you lost a game, or felt super happy when you got a good grade. By thinking about these moments later, you can start to understand why you reacted that way. You might realize that losing the game felt unfair, or that getting a good grade made you feel proud because you worked hard. This practice of thinking about your thoughts and actions helps you understand yourself better. The more you understand about why you feel and act certain ways, the better you can handle your emotions and reactions in the future. This doesn't mean you won't feel upset or excited anymore, but you'll be better at dealing with those feelings. It's like being the boss of your emotions instead of them bossing you around. Doing this regularly builds a kind of confidence that's deep and true. It's not just about feeling good in one moment, but knowing deep down that you can handle whatever feelings come up because you understand yourself. This deep self-knowledge lets you walk through life with your head held high, not because you're perfect, but because you're in charge of your own mind. That's what real confidence looks like. Lesson 15. Prepare for different outcomes. Premeditatio malorum. The Stoics, who were like ancient wise thinkers, came up with a cool practice called premeditatio malorum, which might sound fancy but just means thinking about what could go wrong. This isn't about being a downer or always expecting the worst. It's more like a mental workout to get ready for tough times. Think of it like this. Before you go on a big adventure in a video game, you prepare by thinking about all the things that could go wrong. Maybe you'll run into monsters, or you might get lost. So you pack extra health potions and make sure your armor is good to go. That way, if something bad does happen, you're ready to handle it. In real life, it works pretty much the same way. For example, before a big test, you might think about what could make it hard, like tricky questions or forgetting your pencil. By imagining these problems, you can come up with solutions ahead of time, like studying a bit more or packing extra pencils. Or if you're nervous about speaking in front of the class, you might think about what could make you nervous, like forgetting what to say. Then you practice extra or have notes ready, just in case. By doing this, you teach your brain that you can handle challenges, and you build a strong kind of confidence. This confidence isn't just about believing you'll always succeed, or that everything will be easy. Instead, it's about knowing you're prepared to deal with whatever comes your way, even the tough stuff. This makes you brave enough to face the uncertainties of life head-on, knowing that you can manage them. It's like having a secret weapon against worries, making you more confident and ready for anything.
Conclusion. In summary, Stoicism provides practical methods to develop strong confidence and resilience every day. By embracing Stoic principles, like understanding choices, solving problems effectively, taking care of oneself, believing in personal strength, redefining success, and living purposefully. One can face life's challenges with clear thinking, determination, and unwavering self-assurance. Remember, confidence isn't just a goal you reach, it's a path of growth and self-discovery. We're part of a lively community dedicated to learning and becoming wiser together.